Whoever breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches others to do so will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. Let's begin by making a categorical statement. There is nothing good about sin. Okay, so let's just repeat that. There is nothing that is good in a sin that is committed. And despite the fact that in recent times a whole new theology has been built on this false premise of positive aspects of sinful actions, I repeat, and we should all be firmly convinced of this, there's actually nothing, absolutely nothing good about sin. Because if God is the source of all good and all love comes from God, and sin is any thought or word or action in which God is absent, then any thought and any word and any action in which God is absent, any sin, is a thought, word, or action in which there is no good. So how does this apply to us? I think in two ways. The first way is that we can often be tempted to rationalize our sins, and especially our venial sins, because so much good seems to come of them. And there's so little in comparison to the good that we can do by committing venial sins. Well, we should get out of that false mentality of thinking, well, in the end, there's some good to be gained by sin. And if the sin is small enough, then the good outweighs the evil. That's wrong. Sin is a disease, and the disease is the absence of God, and there is no good in it. There is no good in any disease. There is no good in any absence of God. And the second way we can apply it to ourselves, besides just looking at venial sin and waking up out of that illusion that our venial sins are somehow good, no, we need to give those up in order for God to be present in our lives and for God to sanctify us. The second way, kind of by analogy, I'll use an analogy that if a product is not in demand, it'll go off the market. If no one's buying something, people will stop making it and selling it. So if we as a church don't buy the false theology of the positive aspects of sin, all the sooner will it go off the market, all the sooner will it cease to be proclaimed in the church, and all the sooner will God come back to his church, and all the sooner will the crisis in the church finally come to an end. Praised be Jesus and Mary.